Hello everyone, this is Sukesh Marla, and in this video we will talk about filters in Angular. Just like services and directives, filter is one of the most important component in entire Angular architecture. Filter is a very simple concept. It will let us format the data. When it comes to any real-time project, it always have data. Data like name of an employee, salary of an employee, etc. But when it comes to display, there is always some display logic involved. For example, it may be possible that first name has to be displayed in uppercase, or it may be possible that amount, that is salary, need to be displayed with some currency formatting and a currency symbol. That means if 5,000 is the salary, then it should be displayed as $5,000.00. And this is where filters comes to picture. Now in Angular, we will have some ready-made filters available which we can use. If none of them are able to satisfy our requirement, then simply we can go and create our own custom filter. In this video, we will talk about both inbuilt and custom filters. Now to get started with, we already have one sample project created here. The name of the project is Angular Filter. It contains one simple file called filtersample.html, and as you can see, we have one Angular module created here. Name of the module is My Application. This module contains one controller defined inside it. The name of that controller is My Controller, with the $scope exposing name model with the value as Sukesh Marla, and we are simply displaying that name model in this span. Let's press Ctrl F5 and test the output. As you can see, we are getting Sukesh Marla as the response. Now let's see how we can display this value in uppercase with the help of filters. Back to the Visual Studio, and here just after name, put pipe symbol. Pipe symbol indicates that we want to use filters, and simply put uppercase. Please note that we have written this word uppercase in completely lowercase format. Normally we have a habit of using camel case where U and C will be capital, but when it comes to filters, everything must be in lowercase. Simply say save, go back to Chrome, refresh, and you can see that now the value is displayed in completely capital case. Let's try one more example. In this example, we will have one number variable. I'll say salary, which will have a value as 5,000, and just after name we'll put one break tag and one span tag where we will display our salary. Ctrl S, back to the Chrome, say refresh. Right now simply 5,000 is displayed, but with the help of filter we make this 5,000 to be displayed with currency symbol as well as with some money formatting. So let's do that. Just like before, after this salary, let's put one pipe symbol and we have to put currency. Save this document, go to Chrome, say refresh. You can see that currency symbol is there as well as the value is displayed with number formatting. You can see comma and dot both. So this is how we can use some inbuilt filters and make our life easier. Many such inbuilt filters are available in Angular, and they keep on coming with new versions of Angular. You can find a list of them in the Angular documentation. As you can see, you have currency filter, you have number filter, date filter, JSON filter, etc, etc. Okay, we have seen currency filter and uppercase filter. Other filters won't be covering in this video. Definitely you can look into this URL and practice them, and if you have any question you can always mail to us. Now in the next sample, what we will do is we will see how we can use filters with arrays. So first thing we need is array. So let's go and create it. let's remove this name and salary from here, and let's create a JavaScript object array called employees equal to square brackets, and let's put couple of employees inside it. The first one will be, the name is Sukesh, and salary will be, let's say, 50,000, comma, enter. The second employee, let's copy this code, let's put it here, the third employee, and let's name it as Rakesh, and let's name it as Amar. Let's put a value of around 1 lakh here, and let's put a value of around let's say 80,000 here. Done. Now let's go and use this JavaScript object array in our HTML with the help of UL tag and ng repeat directive. I'll say ng hyphen repeat. I'll say item in, let's say, employees, and let's display item dot name, and in the bracket let's put salary, that is again brackets, item dot salary. Save the document, come to Chrome, say refresh, here it is. Now using filters, let's change the order of these records. Let's make these records displayed in alphabetical order of name. In order to do that, let's go back to Visual Studio, and just after this employees, put a pipe symbol, which means filter, and put order by keyword. As you can see here, B is capital, please note that, and then colon, and in single quotes just put the model name based on which you want values to be sorted. I want it to be name, so Control C, simply paste it here in the Chrome, simply refresh it, and you can see that now records just changed. We see Amar in the top and Sukesh in the last row. In the same way, if you want, you can display records order by salary. If I say refresh, Sukesh should come in the top, Amar should be the second record, and Rakesh should be the third record. So this is how we can use order by filter. Next, let's take a look at a filter called limit to. Limit to filter let us control how many records should be displayed at a time from a given object array. So in order to implement this filter, let's go to Visual Studio, and inside $scope, let's create a simple model data called number of records. Let's name it as number of records, and let's put the value as 2, and then simply copy this number of records, and here instead of order by, let's put limit MIT to limit to, and instead of single quotes salary, let's keep it as number of records. Save the document in the Chrome, refresh, and you can see that only 2 records are displaying right now. Next, let's see how we can apply multiple filters at the same time. Let's say we want to display only 2 records at a time, but at the same time we have to make sure that those 2 records are ordered by name. So for that, what we will do is, just after number of records, we will put one more pipe symbol and then say order order by colon in single quotes name. Refresh it, you can see that now Rakesh is coming before Sukesh. In this example, the order in which filters are applied is very important. First, limit to filter is applied, and then those filtered records are ordered. If you put this filter before limit to filter, in that case first records will be ordered, and then 2 records will get filtered from it. For example, now you may see some different result. As you can see, Amar is coming first and then Rakesh is coming second. You can't see Sukesh here. So it's very important in which order filters are applied. Now the next filter we will be looking into is filter. Yes, the name of the filter itself is filter. Now this filter will let us select a subset of an array. For example, let's say we want to find out all the employees from an array whose name contain A. That means we want to do a searching. So in that case we will use a filter called as filter. Let's do the demo and understand it in a better way. In the first step, let's create a simple text box, input type equal to text, and let's keep value as empty. In fact, let's remove this value and let's put a ng model directive, ng model equal to, and I will put the value as search. Please note, we have not declared search property anywhere here inside scope, but as you know, JavaScript is a dynamic language, so if you don't declare anything, it will get created. So at runtime, this search property will get created automatically. And then what I will do is I'll simply remove these two filters from here, and instead of that I will simply apply a simple filter called filter colon, and I will provide this search here. Control S, save it. Let's go to Chrome and refresh. Initially everything is displayed. I'll simply go to this text box and type E. As you can see, only two records are coming, both of which contain E in it. If I type A, Rakesh and Amar is coming, and in fact if I type 1000 or 10, only Rakesh is coming. When I type 8, Amar is coming. When I type 5, only Sukesh is coming. That means this text box acts as a global search text box. Means it will display all the records which contain the value in the text box, okay, in any property. It doesn't matter if the text, if value is there inside a name, or if the value is there inside the salary. Every record will be filtered. But we can also make this text box work for only name or salary. For that we have to simply specify search dot name. I'll copy this name and I'll put it here. Control S. I'll go to Chrome, refresh. Initially everything is visible. Put E, put A. If I put 1, everything is gone. That means now it will work only for name. In the same way we can configure it for only salary, or if you want you can have multiple text boxes, one for name, one for salary, etc. So it's that simple. So I think we have covered enough inbuilt filters. In the next example, let's create a custom filter and use it. We will create a filter which will take number as input and return text as output. So let's go to Visual Studio and let's create a custom filter. My app dot filter brackets. This filter function will let us create custom filters. Let's name this filter as number 2 text. Let's say 2 text, and it is going to have a function as an argument, and inside this function we will be returning another function. I'll say return function, which will take value, any variable as an input, and then we will write our custom logic here. The syntax is a little weird, but this is how a custom filter will be created. Now this value will be nothing but the input value which will come to filter. So we will put a if else statement here. If value is equal to 1, in that case return simply one. Else if value is equal to 2, then simply return in double quotes 2. And for all other situations we will simply return unknown. Return in double quotes, I'll say unknown and semicolon. Now we don't need this JavaScript object array and number of records. I'll simply remove everything from here. Let's make it very simple. And then let's create one simple text box. Input type equal to text, name doesn't matter, value again doesn't matter, and instead of value I'll put ng-model, and value I'll keep it as let's say input, enter. And then let's put one span tag here, and in this span tag let's display input as it is. It is a simple property. You can put any keyword. I put input. If you want, you can put my input or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll put my input, but I'll say when you display it using this my filter, sorry, to text filter. So let me put this to text filter. Let's save the document. Let's go to Chrome. Let's say refresh. Initially, as you can see, unknown is coming. If I put 1, you can see 1 here. If I type 2, you can see 2 here. If I type anything else than 2, 1 or 2, if I type 3, you can see unknown is coming. That means the actual value is 1, 2 or something else, but at the time of display we are displaying a text saying 1, 2 or 3. So this is how you can create a reusable logic of your display logic with the help of filters. Hope you understood it. If you have any question, please free to write to us. Thank you.